The form of Roger Federer in 2017 has been a story to get tennis fans' pulses racing. An 18th Grand Slam title in Australia, followed by the Sunshine Swing double in Indian Wells and Miami, was a dream start to the year. But the rigours of the clay court season would force a much-needed break for the 35-year-old.
The idea was to play the French Open after all. It was just that it was extremely cold last year in April, May in Switzerland, and I remember I really struggled with my body in the cold conditions. And when I returned to Switzerland, I just didn't feel like mentally and physically I was ready to play the French Open, because the big goal for me was the grass court season with Wimbledon and the two tournaments with Stuttgart and Halle. And I didn't want to jeopardize my chances for the grass court season. And also for the rest of the season, I just wanted to be as healthy as possible and not compromise anything. I was quite tired after Indian Wells and Miami. It was an unbelievable, sort of summer there in America, and I played some amazing tennis, so I needed a rest first, and then I'm just getting really ready for the grass court season, and I really feel refreshed mentally. Being away from tournaments and out of the public eye is a nice thing, and I think that's why I'm actually so happy to be back on the tour again.
And there has been plenty going on in Federer's absence. The dramatic return to form of Rafael Nadal and the continuing problems for Andy Murray and Novak Djokovic, providing a fascinating narrative in 2017.
I think what stands out is Rafa's 10th win at the French Open, and then Stan's great run again in Paris as well. I think the best players were in the finals, and Rafa once again cemented himself as maybe the greatest tennis clay court player of all times. And then for the others, I think Andy was just extremely tired after getting to world #1 at the end of last year. So there's maybe a bit of a letdown there. Then he was injured too, so that didn't help. And I think the second part of the season is going to be really, really crucial for Andy, and then for Novak too. So I think it's really gearing up to be a quite exciting second part of the season.
Federer's long-awaited return didn't quite go to plan with a first-round defeat in Stuttgart. But back on his favourite surface, could we see a return to the scintillating form shown in the spring?
And I think my game is perfectly suited for the grass, but after losing first round in Stuttgart, I have to maybe reassess my goals and just be happy with winning the first round here in Halle. I'm not sure. But honestly, I've played so well here in Halle that I can come in confident. It was quite disappointing because I think I could have had a great run there in Stuttgart, but maybe that's exactly the kind of loss I needed to fuel myself for what's to come now in Halle and Wimbledon.
And Roger arrives in Halle with confidence for good reason. With 8 titles from 14 visits, the German event is the Swiss superstar's most successful tournament.
Here at the Gary Weber Open here in Halle, I always felt comfortable. I loved playing in Germany. Success came early here for me. I never really had a bad tournament here, so I think that helps as well. And I think the organization is great. The family who runs the tournament here, they're wonderful people, and always made me feel very welcome, and the fans have been tremendous. And there you have it. And then it makes me feel comfortable, play good tennis in the process, and then you gain confidence throughout, and every time you come back here, you feel like it's probably going to be a good week.